Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? It is Thursday night, July 14th. We're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Yeah!
Absolutely. The wrestling grind never stops. Every week there's always something exciting to watch, along with men and women throwing themselves, slamming themselves, and hurting themselves in the middle of the ring.
Don't forget the then-bees in between, who neither identify as men nor women, a.k.a. Sunny Kiss. Where the hell are they?
I have probably wrestling on AEW Dark.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Right.
I'm your host, Jose Casabona, and also the founder of this awesome channel that you are subscribed to and that you are watching and that you are listening, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And joining me behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos on this channel that we produce every single week. A man who, by the end of my Fyter Fest review, will be very, very satisfied and vindicated. Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the Mister.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/TheRavensFlock and twitch.tv/TheRavensFlock online. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen, and also hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content. And of course, leave your questions and comments down below, and we will answer them during the duration that we are live.
But pray tell, Jose, what do we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
On Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of many wrestling programs here in the United States, and that is WWE NXT 2.0, All Elite Wrestling's Aew Dynamite, or rather, their TV special this week, AEW Fyter Fest Night 1.
Fyter with a YT instead of IGHT.
Exactly.
Because, you know,
Cool? Edgy? I don't know.
It's cool with KEWL, like we did in like 1999 and 2000.
And of course, Impact Wrestling on Access TV.
We want to also say hi to everybody on the chat. We see Hassan Terrell, Nikki Bella, and Special Snowflake up in the chat. We saw Temp was on here earlier, but he does send his regards. He wasn't able to make it. He said he just finished their crazy 2 weeks chores. I'm so exhausted. Probably wouldn't make it to the stream. Gotta go rest.
No worries, man. You enjoy yourself, and I thank you very much for popping in nonetheless.
And Special Snowflake is over here saying another session of wrestling I won't understand, but I'm here for content. Thank you for that, Special Snowflake.
No problem.
Holy shit.
No problem. And hopefully you could take something out of this experience. Now, let's go ahead and start with the NXT 2.0 review, Wancho.
Can you give me his finger snap here?
Yep. Finger snap.
There you go. No. It's a two-party. It's a two-key system. It's a failsafe.
I know.
It only works when you're queued up and I'm queued up. So sorry. No.
Come on.
There you go. So you turned it off. You got to turn it back on again.
Fine. Turning it on.
There you go.
Thank you. All right. So, are we ready?
Of course.
All right. So, opening contest.
And Hassan Terrell, relax. We're about to do the review.
We're about to do the review. The first opening contest is Apollo Crews taking on the new face, a new face for NXT 2.0, Giovanni Vinci, who was repackaged from being Fabian Eichner of Imperium, and yeah.
Is Fabian Eichner Italian?
Yes, he is. He is
okay.
Italian. He is real Italian descent.
Okay, because I'm over here like, okay, watch 5 seconds the moment he goes into the main roster and gets demoted up there to Raw or SmackDown. Watch Vince McMahon's sorry, crusted, septuagenarian, stupid ass just shorten the guy's name to Vinci. You know? Because it's Vince, but in Italian.
Or, counterpoint, he could reunite with his buddies of Imperium on SmackDown and they could give him a different yet stereotypical name. You know, like Ludwig Kaiser.
No, he's gonna be Vinci.
All right, so this...
Vinci.
So this was an exploding powder cake from the start. Both these men went fast and furious on each other. Lots of technical moves and lots of great spots, including Apollo Crews pulling a page out of Chris Benoit's book. That's right. I said it here on the program. Chris Benoit, not Kurt Angle. Fuck you. He pulls a Suplex City on...
For the record, that doesn't mean we don't like Kurt Angle. It just means, you know, well...
Chris Benoit did it first.
Yeah, Chris Benoit did it first.
Apollo Crews pulls out Suplex City and nails Giovanni Vinci with 3 German suplexes. Riveting stuff. Really awesome. And then plants him with a spinning back suplex side slam, but only gets a 2 count. And then both of these men take the fight outside of the ring with Giovanni Vinci slamming Apollo Crews' head onto the crowd barricade. And then one of the fans tried to take a picture of Vinci while he was getting his ass kicked at ringside until Vinci like smacked the camera from the fan's hand, tried to attack him. Apollo Crews nails him from behind, rolls him back into the ring, and while with the referee's back turned, out from the crowd came Zion Quinn, covering his face with a baseball cap and all that stuff, attacks Apollo Crews from behind, throws him back into the ring. Vinci sets him up for his spinning sit-out powerbomb finishing move and gets the win. Your winner, Shavani Vinci.
Vinci wins.
Okay, so this was definitely a great opening match from the beginning, and I love the Suplex City spot. I always pop anytime a wrestler does that. Apollo Crews is a great wrestler. I don't think this killed his momentum returning to NXT. And as for Shavani Vinci, you know what? Yeah, I know it's a stereotypical Italian gimmick, but you know what? They did it with the right guy.
With him, are they like, okay, I'm looking at him, he's dressed in all black suit, black tie, everything. Are they trying to go for like Italian supermodel man looking guy, or what's up?
It looks that way because because in his vignettes he shows up wearing these nice suits. He's got these nice expensive watches and jewelry, and he's driving around expensive European cars, like Ferraris
and so very like high class, like fucking I don't know, like I don't know fashion, guys.
And
okay?
You know what?
I buy my shit at Goodwill. Armani, there we fucking go.
Armani, yeah.
Thank you, K-Storm. Special guest K-Storm.
And Juancho, be real. Would you rather take this stereotype over the Tony D'Angelo Gabagool stereotype?
You had to bring it up.
If you had to pick between which stereotype to go with.
Pop.
If you had to pick an Italian stereotype to stick with in the WWE, which one are you going to go with?
I would definitely go with Armani Deluxe Gucci, like fashionable, like suave dude any day of the week. They could have had this with Karrion Kross, but they didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, listen, I will. That is a hill I will die on, and I'm sorry that poor fuck is stuck trying to control your narrative bullshit. But legitimately, like, look at Killer Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux together. With back when he had his head shaved down and he had his facial hair on,
and he had the mystique.
They look like they belong in front of every men's magazine ever in all time. You have like this like super suave, bulky, like beautiful man with fucking manly tats and shit, and he's got his Maxim magazine beautiful wife right there next to him, bombshell. And what do? They stick some fucking gimp shit on him, and they don't completely disregard Scarlett Bordeaux.
They buried him so hard nobody will even want to look at him in a catalog for Party City.
Exactly. So, like, I guess they're actually listening to my subliminal advice with Shavani Vinci here. I just hope they don't do what I'm predicting and they just shorten his name to
I don't know.
Vinci.
Well, so far his gimmick
Vince
is getting
McMahon's
over.
Got a shit taste for reducing people's names. Antonio Cesaro became Cesaro. Alexander Rusev just became Rusev. Like,
Mustafa Ali for a while became Ali.
Just Ali.
And getting into the same subject, a while, Apollo Crews was named only Apollo.
You see what I mean?
I see what you mean. That being said, on that subject, I'm really not digging with how they packaged Apollo Crews. He's looking, for lack of a better term, standard. They changed his entrance theme, and now it looks too stock, like something you'd find.
Get from create a custom character in the games.
Yeah, exactly. And his ring gear is too generic now. Like, I get it. I get it. He didn't want to do any of the stereotypical Nigerian stuff anymore. That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, no, because you're only like we're only 2 bad fucking matches and a saxophone away from Great Power Udi.
But couldn't they just go with his first entrance theme that he had when he started in the WWE? Like, Juan, when you get the chance, look it up on YouTube, 2016 Apollo Crews' theme, and it is kick ass, okay?
Yeah, that's not going to happen, they won't stick to anything, Sander. Everything has to be changed, pal.
All right. Well, let's get to the exciting match of the night, and I am stretching the limit of excitement here.
How do you mean stretching the limit of excitement? And
because...
and thank you, Nikki Bella, for answering Hassan. Yes, SmackDown is tomorrow night.
Because this is a match featuring Solo Sikoa, the Street Champion, taking on Von Wagner.
Wake the fuck up. We're on the clock. We're live.
I'm sorry. I just thought, if I'm talking about Von Wagner, I figured that a pillow is a requirement for this part of the review.
In that case, pass me one, too.
Okay. So while my partner here is over here counting sheep, focus up, damn it.
Oh, fuck. Wait.
Okay, so while Juan's in the middle of counting sheep, let me talk about this match. This is only exciting because Solo Sikoa is involved. The fans love him, and he is the only person who can even make a match with this goddamn boring-ass bull good.
Pray tell, how did it go, Jose?
All right, this was definitely a bunch of big hoss moves, mainly from Von Wagner. Both these guys are big guys, but Solo Sikoa is obviously the better fighter. And they went back and forth. Solo Sikoa was able to mount a comeback, and he hits at one point hits Von Wagner with the Uso butt ass smash, or whatever you want to call it, the hip smash.
It's like a Samoan side smash. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. And then,
I don't fucking know.
And then we get to the finish where both men go outside and wrestle at ringside.
This is going to be fun, folks.
No, don't. You're jumping ahead. Go back.
Sorry about that. My bad.
Go back. Thank you. They go to ringside. They go to the commentary's table and at the announcer's table. Von Wagner smashes Solo Sikoa's head onto the table, and Solo Sikoa looks at Von Wagner with a crazy look at his eyes, no selling the table whatsoever. And they continue to brawl until they were both counted out. The match ended in a double countout, but the fight continued. They were brawling on the stage. They took the brawling over at the makeup room where the NXT women are getting their makeup done. And then eventually the fight spilled outside of the performance center. Both of them are brawling outside. Juan, you saw this clip. You saw this part of the fight. God. And then, they both went at each other, back and forth blows. Solo Sikoa got the better of Von Wagner, smashing his head against a freaking garage door. And then he turned his attention onto Von Wagner's
George
manager.
Jefferson. Wait, is that Prince Albert?
Oh no, that's not. Well, no, I don't think that's Prince Albert. But the guy in the light blue shirt is Norman Smiley from WCW.
No, that's George Jefferson from the Jeffersons.
Asshole. So, after the whole fight was over, Robert Stone thought it was a good idea to confront Solo Sikoa. Yells at him, tells him that this is not over. So, Solo Sikoa responds in kind. Via dumpster. Via WWE branded dumpster.
What the fuck is this? Why do they have to have the logo of WWE? Oh, I think I know why. Hang on. I think I know why. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
Tell me.
Take a close look. I'm actually going to zoom in on this. I hope you don't mind. Take
Go
a
ahead.
close look at the tape on the outside of the fucking of the WWE logo. They're trying to cover over the fact that that's like a city dumpster or whatever. So they're trying to make sure that they're like, oh hey, this is over in Orange County, Florida somewhere. So they put WWE tape logo over the actual logo of the dumpster company.
Okay, but this raises an important question. Who the fuck is going to care?
WWE is, if they're going to be putting this dumpster on camera, pal.
Oh my god.
The dumpster's working overtime.
Also, Juancho, it's probably just me just thinking too much, but do you think that there's a metaphor here with Robert Stone being thrown into a WWE dumpster?
Yeah, actually, that's no metaphor. There's no subtext. It's just text. As a matter of fact, it's super text. It's hypertext. It's Robert Stone is trash. Literally. You can have this pillow back.
Of course.
Von Wagner is off the fucking screen.
Von Wagner's off the screen. Solo Sikoa made it work and caught my and kept my attention from beginning to end. So let's get to the exciting segment of the night. So following his loss to NXT champion Braun Breaker at the main event of last week's Great American Bash, Cameron Grimes cut a very compelling, very emotional promo on life, on how you win things in life, but you also go through losses in life, and. He was basically I don't want to say that this was a pity party that he was throwing, but man, he was very, very ill-spirited in this promo. Like, not in a heel way, but he's just defeated.
So he's down on the dumps.
He's down on the dumps, and no amount of money, not even the $1 million championship, could put a smile on his face.
Aw, the smiley big witchy boy ain't smiling no more.
Well, we don't have time for sadness. Out comes the Irish ace, Jd Mcdonough, his former name was Jordan Devlin from NXT UK. Yes, I know the stupidness of the name Jd Mcdonough. It sounds very, very, very on the nose.
Have
Irish.
I reminded you that I have Irish people today? Because I do.
You might as well call him Irish McIrish. No disrespect to any of the Irish people out there. So Jd Mcdonough interrupts the promo and basically tells Cameron Grimes that he's yesterday's news. The moment he made his debut at the Great American Bash, people stopped talking about Cameron Grimes.
Thank you for calling us cool, by the way, Hassan. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, of course. We are cool. Thank you.
So,
Cameron Grimes has had enough. He basically challenged JD to a fight right now. JD responded by headbutting him. You're not going to find any photos. By headbutting him in the face, and then he made a quick beeline from the ring before Cameron Grimes can nail him with the cave-in. So we're getting a rivalry with Cameron Grimes versus JD Mcdonough.
this sounds promising, and hopefully our sad little Richie boy might not be so sad no more.
This will be a great match. Cameron Grimes has enough talent to hang with anybody, and I've already spoken enough about Jd Mcdonough with his work in NXT UK.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what comes of it.
That being said, time to take it down by 50 notches because we're going to talk about the worst match of the night.
You say, Hassan says, yay, I hope you guys are doing some storylines. Ours?
Wait, Juan, are we in storylines?
Joseph, the promise tomorrow, and you're the father. Bum, bum, bum. Okay.
Okay, that's enough drama. We'll solve the mystery another time on the 31st of March. Actually, no.
31st of February. There we go.
There we go. Thank you. All right, so let's get to the bad match of the night. It is a one-on-one women's match between Indy Hartwell versus Lash Legend. Lash Legend being the one in leather, and Indy Hartwell being the one being knocked down like a sack of potatoes.
Knocked on her, I would say on her ass, but she's almost perpendicular to the ground. Oh my God. Taking these kind of high bumps like that fucking sucks.
This was very, very, very clunky. Juan saw this with me, and Indy Hartwell, she is the professional between the two, but even she can't make this work.
Just minor background moment over here, if you don't mind me.
Go right ahead. Did you see what I didn't see?
Oh, check it out. It's the students from
Chase U.
From Chase U. There we go. How about that? How about that? So the students of Chase U are watching this match.
Of course. Of course. So early on, Lash Legend had the upper hand. And then she tried to as Indy Hartwell tried to do like a sunset roll-up pin, and Lash Legend countered it, tried to hit her with a knee drop. Indy Hartwell was able to regain control of the match, hitting her with a side slam, only getting a 2 count.
Ouch.
And then during
For
the
what
match,
it's worth, though, if you look, Lash Legend does have a bit more of a size and frame advantage over Indy Hartwell. Indy is a little bit more slight than Lash Legend. Lash is a little larger in terms of height and width in general. So I don't know how easy that was for Indy to do, but she makes it look like it's a devastating sidewalk slam. So not bad.
Not bad. Then, Lash Legend regains control by slamming Indy Hartwell's head onto one of the turnbuckle pads. She tries to go for a superplex spot on the top rope, but then out came Alba Fyre from the crow's nest with the entrance and everything. Well, everything is on fire, and she's taunting Lash Legend with her basketball?
Basketball?
You know, because Lash Legend used to play for the WNBA. Or rather...
What?
Yeah. In an earlier promo segment backstage, Lash Legend was playing with her basketball, and she was bragging on how she's better than Alba Fyre. And Alba Fyre just stands there right now, just taunting Lash Legend. And this distraction was enough for Indy Hartwell to turn it around, nail Lash Legend with a spine buster.
Shit.
And oh boy, yeah, let's talk about this botch.
You forgot about this botch. Real quick, Hassan Sorrell says his flat screen TV broke. Aww.
All right, so let's talk about.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I hope you
manage to find a
new TV soon. But let's talk about this finish. So Indy Hartwell's signature move is that she's on the ring apron. She does a springboard elbow drop to her opponent on the back. However, in this spot here, she tries to go for a springboard. Juan saw this with me. She slipped, and thankfully the fans are not assholes saying you fucked up. But she did slip and fall. Lash Legend then tried to capitalize to pin her, only for Indy Hartwell to sort of kind of roll her up into a pin and get the win. It was not good.
I hope you don't mind me playing the Botchamania opening over here.
Go ahead.
Actually, give me because this kind of warrants it over here for this.
You know what? Go ahead. I don't like running down Indy Hartwell because she's one of the goodies.
Besides, I'm pretty sure Matthew, having been struck with copyright strikes on his own time, would not begrudge us borrowing his sound for this bad.
Play it now. Go for it. Get it over with.
I got it. Let's play it. For Christ's sake. Yeah, jeez, jump the price. I am so sorry, but
a really bad match with a bad finish. It's just overall just not good.
Yeah, it's like you said, it ended with sloppy double roll-up pin.
Yeah, and Wade Barrett on commentary saying like, "Shit, it may not have been the win that she wanted, but a win is a win."
Yo, I gotta say one thing. I don't know who this referee is, but they got a sweet fade.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, no, our buddy Andy, he got himself a sweet fade of a haircut earlier this week too. It's like he's got almost nothing except up here now. It's very, very sharp, very sweet. I like it.
Well, that's nice. Wancho, I'm glad you were able to take away something positive from this match.
Yeah, like a sweet haircut from the referee.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and the background gag of Chase U.
And
students.
now let's get this. Now, selecting a bad segment from NXT was very difficult. It was very challenging because there was more than one bad segment. It was a tie between one bad segment to another one, but I chose this one because, God damn it, we are tired of seeing him on TV. At least me and Juan are. I can't speak for the wrestling fans on the internet. Juan, share it. So, Joe Gacy appears,
and his evil druids who call themselves the Dyad.
And
so yeah, Lucasfilm is going to be knocking on your ass sometime soon here, Vinny.
So Joe Gacy cuts a promo. They've declared their faction name. They're called Schism. I'm sorry.
Isn't that a song from Tool?
It is a song from Tool.
I would like to play that, but that I know will get us a copyright strike, so I'm not
Also,
gonna do it.
no, Joe Gacy's not worthy of that song.
No, he is not. Look, he's even got the stupid little peace sign behind it, as if he's still trying to do his fake, everybody be happy, positive, I'm woke, and totally everyone needs to be inclusive. But he's got evil druids in red velvet hoods and robes, and he's got dark and evil omnic motherfucker.
Oh, speaking of. He says next week they will return on NXT and they will continue their crusade to help all the people out there in NXT. And the Dyads will unmask themselves and will reveal their identities.
Who the fuck cares? These guys suck to begin with. They're saddled with a shitty gimmick. I hope to God that this just means that the moment they take their hoods off, they'll run on Joe Gacy, drop him for the crow's nest with no padding underneath, drop that fucking gimmick, and have themselves be a proper tag team of their own with a better gimmick name.
On a plus side, at least he didn't do a creepy smile. That's something good. I'm sure you've had enough of that.
I have.
All right, so let's
have, and I swear to Jeebus, it's still just okay. I'm not for the record, the idea of a phony woke nice guy being of a heel is one thing, and I can live with that because that you can get a proper heel out of. But throwing in the evil culty shit on top of that doesn't make sense. Why is there a cult of evil wokeness? Is he trying to say that anyone who tries to subscribe to that mentality sincerely is a part of a cult? That it's brainwashing? What are we trying to say here, Vince? What he's trying to say is he hates anyone trying to argue with him.
I was going to say, remember, this is the same Vince McMahon that came up with the idea of retribution that was based off of...
Quote-unquote based off of Antifa.
Quote-unquote based off of Antifa that was happening. That was all the rage in 2020.
Yeah, because that was well executed, quote-unquote.
All right, so let's get to the main event of the night. It is a championship match for the NXT Women's title. Mandy Rose, the leader of Toxic Attraction, is the only one with gold, and she defends it against one half of the newly crowned NXT Women Tag Team Champions, Roxanne Perez, the winner of this year's Breakout Tournament, former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, and she is awesome in the ring. Now, there's a story.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a story behind this. So this is the only photo, so don't bother.
No, don't worry.
Okay.
I'm not looking for a
So
photo.
so before the show started, they actually showed video footage of the parking lot that Roxanne Perez was attacked. She was attacked by an anonymous assailant. Everybody came to her rescue, including her tag partner Cora Jade. Everybody in in NXT were scrambling to investigate who these mysterious attackers are. And then there came the main event. First, Mandy Rose came down to the ring, and then Cora Jade came down and.
They has fight.
No, not yet.
Nope.
Mandy Rose then gets on the mic and she declares, like, hey, if Roxanne Perez isn't out here in the next couple seconds, then she forfeits the match. It's over. Roxanne Perez came down, much to
Mandy Rose's dismay. She's like, oh, no. I actually have to defend my title now.
and Cora Jade, being the best friend, trying to tell her, like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't have to do this. You're hurt. You're hurt.
She's like, no, this is a big opportunity. We got to do this, and I'm going to do this for you and for us. We're going to do it. I'm going to fight. Like, yay, that's a proper baby face. Like, she's going to struggle through adversity. She got jumped by somebody in the back. Maybe it was Toxic Attraction trying to take Roxanne Perez out.
Maybe it was Elektra Lopez from the Gabagool gang.
Maybe it was, I don't fucking know. No, not Nikita Lyons. She's okay.
Nah, she's okay.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's Alba Fire mistaking Roxanne Perez with a basketball.
That's bad.
No, because Roxanne's mini.
She's been ouch.
But
That's bad, even for you, Juan. Shame on
I tried
you.
to come up with something. Come on.
So that being said, and yes, Cora Jade did also say this on an earlier promo segment in NXT that history is going to be made.
Remember that it is important.
So the majority of the match was all dominated by Mandy Rose. She was targeting the midsection like no one's business.
Of course, it was a big, fat, fucking bullseye on Roxanne Perez's back.
But hey, like standard WWE booking, they got to book the small conquering hero to battle against the odds, battle against the impossible odds of wrestling injured, of wrestling against the odds of the Toxic Attraction. So Roxanne Perez does fire back against Mandy Rose. At one point, they took the fight over at ringside. That seems to be the ongoing theme of NXT. And then the Toxic Attraction tries to interfere, but then Roxanne Perez was having none of it, slams JC Jane on one ring post, slams Gigi Dolan on the other ring post, then nails the Pop Rocks on Mandy Rose at ringside. And then Cora Jade is telling her friend to go roll back into the ring, go and pin her. But then the referees were distracted by Toxic Attraction long enough for Cora Jade to turn on Roxanne Perez. She has turned. We've been swerved.
What a swerve!
So Mandy Rose then nails her with a running knee, gets the win. You're a winner and still NXT Women's Champion.
Bah! I get it, Jose. You like the bubbalas. Do you have to get such a large graphic?
Mandy Rose. And then
It doesn't end there, folks.
It doesn't
Hang
end
on
there.
to your lily white
Actually,
butts.
you know what? I can't do this. I can't talk about this. This is too stupid for me. So I'm going to outsource this part of the main event review to Juan Rouse.
Do I have to be on camera?
On audio only.
Why?
Because I said so.
But
I'm going to sit here patiently smiling
Okay.
and gleeing. Smiling and gleeing while you're talking.
Okay, so after the match ended, Cora Jade is like sneering down at Roxanne Perez from outside the ring. She decides to roll in, and god damn it, these stupid graphics! I can never get the right sizes. And she's got her skateboard in hand as she decides to run down Roxanne Perez verbally, saying like, "You're being selfish. You're a horrible friend. How could you be so selfish? How could you be so stupid? You brought this on yourself." And she decides to lift her skateboard high aloft in the air and bring it down in order to inflict a world of hurt on Roxanne Perez, only for the skateboard to snap in half mid-air, mid-swing. From there, Cora Jade just unloads with half of a board on Roxanne Perez's back, screaming and shouting absolute terror and absolute horror as she was trying to salvage what was clearly a botched fucking move. We called K-Storm into the freaking living room to watch this, and even they couldn't fucking get over it. I'm over here playing Botchamania again. I don't give a damn.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna fucking
This
do
deserves it.
This is fucking ratchet as hell. What the hell, Cora? What the hell, props team? Can they not be trusted to put together a proper-looking skateboard board without it snapping mid-air? Why can they not gimmick a fucking skateboard properly? I get it, we're trying to protect the ladies, but at the same time, what the shit?
It's a It's a skateboard, not a fucking graham cracker that snaps easily.
No, it wasn't a graham cracker. It's like a communion wafer. A fucking communion wafer that's made out of nothing. Unleavened wheat and water.
It was.
God damn
was
it.
that bad. Oh my goodness, folks.
So, with that being said, that brings NXT to a tragic close.
Yes, it does. And it was not
was
good.
so ratchet.
It was really ratchet.
That was so Bush League botched. What the fuck, guys? What are they smoking, and where can I get some?
Right? All right, so let's go ahead and turn our attention over to AEW Dynamite, the TV special Fyter Fest Night 1.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, dynamite.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Give me just a second while I pull up a little bit of facts, y'all. There we go. All right, so this week's AEW Dynamite's TV special of Fyter Fest takes place over at the End Market Arena in Savannah, Georgia. Woohoo, Georgia.
Yeah.
A lot of good things came out of Georgia, right?
And yeah, I mean, we got AJ Styles out of there.
Former WWE champion AJ Styles, yes.
Yep,
That's
the
true.
phenomenal one.
Braun Breaker is actually from Georgia.
Yeah, makes sense. The Steiner family have their roots there. And yeah, I answered his son's question. What do we eat for dinner tonight? We had pizza.
We had pizza. It was meat lovers.
Yay, meat lovers.
So Fyter Fest opened up with a championship match for the AEW TNT title. The newly crowned champion, the Master of Mayhem Wardlow, versus freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. So, before the match even began, there was a lot of hijinks at the beginning of the ring. They had a stare down. Orange Cassidy did his bit where he put his hands in his pockets. Wardlow takes
Drops his straps down from his singlet.
from his singlet, flexes his muscles, and then adding insult to Orange Cassidy, he takes
Orange Cassidy insulted Wardlow.
No. First it was Wardlow. First Wardlow takes Orange Cassidy's hands out of his pockets, rips the pockets from the jeans, then flexes. Then Orange Cassidy, as a retort, takes the straps, puts it puts it back onto Wardlow, and flexes right in front of him.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
I love.
What the fuck is this guy? Why?
I love Orange Cassidy.
Why?
And then
why? Fucking my little pet dog pockets.
And then the best friends at ringside, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, they got a little comedy with their interference, and they tried to sneak weapons into the ring. One of the weapons, I kid you not, this is not an exaggeration, they tried to sneak in a chainsaw.
What?
I'm going to say this again. The best friends tried to sneak in a chainsaw for Orange Cassidy to use against Wardlow.
Aren't they the good guys? What the fuck are they doing going with a fucking chainsaw? We're not in Texas. There's no massacre.
The referee then
what the actual shit?
The referee caught the red-handed.
Footage of this monstrosity?
No, it's okay.
No?
I spared you. And then, so the referee then caught them red-handed and ejected the best friends from ringside. Then Orange Cassidy baited Wardlow to ringside, and then baited him over at the one spot right by the apron, where Wardlow, he must have some sort of sixth sense, because he pulls out someone from under the ring apron, and it was none other than Danhausen trying to curse Wardlow during the match. But then Wardlow basically gave him the look like, dude, you think I'm that stupid? You think I'm going to fall for it?
Oh, my Lord.
The curse didn't work, but it provided enough of a distraction for Orange Cassidy to make a beeline around the ring and clock Wardlow with the orange punch from behind.
The fucking Superman punch. How the fuck does he have that as his finisher?
I don't know.
I get it. It's a rip on Roman Reigns. Ha ha. Very funny. What
This
the fuck?
match was then this match went from comic to competitive, and it was much more competitive than it had any right to be.
Really?
Yes, Orange Cassidy tried to nails Wardlow on the turnbuckle pad 10 times. You know, the head smashes. Fans were counting for it. They loved it.
Oh yeah, I like those.
There were many attempts where Wardlow tried to nail Orange Cassidy with the Powerbomb Symphony, but Orange Cassidy kept countering at every single turn. And at one point, Wardlow tries to hit Orange Cassidy with the F10, which is a stronger variation of the F5.
How is it stronger? Okay, I get it. You fireman carry the guy, and then you whip him over your shoulders, drop down, and drop him face first.
I think what it is that he goes the extra mile. He whips him over the shoulders, but then makes Orange Cassidy do like a full 360 spin.
So whip over the shoulders, 360 spin around the shoulders, and then F5 them?
No.
Okay. Wardlow does a little twirl.
Yeah. So that's why he calls it the F10. But
okay, whatever.
But Orange Cassidy kicks out after 2, and then Orange Cassidy tries to nail him with the Orange Punch and his finishing move, but only got a 2 count. So Orange Cassidy gears up for another Orange Punch, only for Wardlow to counter it into a powerbomb, pinning him and retaining the AEW TNT title. Your winner and still TNT champion, Wardlow.
Nice.
That was a great opening match, and the fans and the Savannah fans loved it. And this is a good direction for Wardlow. Orange Cassidy, he is a popular wrestler. This is basically his thing. You either like it or you don't. I personally like it.
It's hit or miss for me. Some of the his own goofiness aside, like he doesn't need the best friends to try to run interference for him. Also, Special Snowflake over here is saying, like, meanwhile, I had Taco Bell 5 days in a row. Damn, child, is that healthy? Is that, like, legally allowed?
I think you and I are going to be best friends. What did you order from Taco Bell? Let me know.
Okay, you guys are going to be best friends now? Which one of you is going to whip out the chainsaw? Is it Snowflake or you?
One thing's for certain. Me and her, we're going to be wearing tie-dye colors.
Please don't wear tie-dye colors. No, don't worry, K-Storm.
I'm pretty sure I could order it on Amazon.
Yeah, we'll just buy some. Because Jose is absolutely batshit.
All right, let's get to the exciting match of Fyter Fest Night 1, and this is for the AEW Interim World Championship, as Jon Moxley from the Blackpool Combat Club,
our current AEW Interim World Champion,
defends against Kinosuke Takeshita from the Japan promotion DDT Pro Wrestling.
Shit.
Oh, yeah. This was a hell of a bang. This was a hell of a banger, and this was also one hell of a scrap, one hell of a fight.
Kinosuke Takeshita, Jose.
They pronounced it as Takeshita.
Well, they pronounced it wrong, Takeshita.
All right, it's Kinosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, and Special Snowflake said, they had Crunch Wraps and Doritos Locos Tacos, baby.
Yeah, personally, I'm a fan of the cheesy bean, of the cheesy bean and rice burrito.
I have not forgotten what they took from me. I've not forgotten that they took away the caramel apple empanadas.
I know!
I will not ever forgive them for that.
Cheesy Fiesta potatoes.
And K-Storm, I don't know if you can hear them. They
said Cheesy Fiesta potatoes. They took those away, too.
But I will go with a Nachos Bel Grande any day of the week as long as I get some green in mine.
At least they still have Cinnamon Delights.
Yeah.
Those are good.
It's not the same.
So, yeah, and
those
yes,
good,
as predictable in a Jon Moxley fight, there was blood. But surprisingly, it wasn't Jon Moxley that drew blood. Kinosuke Takeshita was busted open himself during the fight.
How long before this turned into a CZW match?
It didn't turn into a CZW match. It was actually a competitive wrestling match. The Takeshita was able to get a great match out of Jon Moxley. There was a lot of cool spots in here.
Notice the framing on that.
I know.
Jose is like, you gotta understand, folks. Jose's over here saying like Kinosuke Takeshita got a good match out of Jon Moxley, who's supposed to be representing AEW as their interim world champion. That's a fucking testament to like, okay, Moxley's good, but he's not like big time professional wrestler. He's got to shake off his blood and guts fucking CZW bullshit.
His hardcore brawling style.
He's got to shake that shit off. He can keep the intensity and he can keep the brawling part, but quit with the dial it down on the hardcore shit, on the fucking weapons and the no rules and that shit.
However, counterpoint. In his match with Bryan Danielson at AEW Revolution, the birth of the Blackpool Combat Club, as anyone would call it, they actually had a physical fight. There wasn't any finesse. There wasn't any high flying or any of that stuff. It was just a straight up, very physical,
a stiff almost
wrestling shoot style fight. So make no mistake, Jon Moxley can put on a legit performance.
Then he should do that more often.
Now that being said, there was a lot of cool spots from Takeshita. He countered at one point. He countered the paradigm shift into a bridging German suplex. That was cool to watch. He also nailed Jon Moxley with a tope con hilo, a top rope dive to the outside, and then followed it up with a frog splash. But it was only able to get a 2 count. In the end, Jon Moxley prevailed by nailing Takeshita with the Death Rider before choking him out with the Bulldog sleeper hold and retaining the title. Your winner and still interim AEW World Champion Jon Moxley.
Ah, damn.
So yeah, it was a great fight. I liked it.
Good. Because I like that's the thing that I would like to see more of Jon Moxley
and
doing.
more importantly,
he can stop being hardcore and be a champion.
And more importantly, the commentators at the commentators also called out saying like, "Oh man, I wonder what CM Punk is thinking about as the AEW World Champion watching Jon Moxley right now wrestling." That's basically planting the seeds of when CM Punk will eventually return and clash with Jon Moxley to decide who is the undisputed AEW World Title. And many fans are predicting
Who is the world title?
Who is the undisputed AEW World Champion?
I was
And
about to say.
many fans are predicting that it's going to happen at All Out when they return to Chicago, Illinois.
When is All Out?
It's on Labor Day weekend in September.
In September. You think that's enough time for Punk to heal from his foot surgery thing?
Probably. He's been out of action since the end of May, and right now we're in the middle of July.
So 4 months.
4 months. I don't know if
That's about right, and keeping physical therapy in mind and all that good jazz. Yeah, that's
Plus, this is CM Punk we're talking about. He's not stupid.
No, he's not stupid.
But now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, an in-ring promo segment with Le Champion, the leader of the Joss.
Of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Chris Jericho himself issues a promo segment addressing Eddie Kingston.
I invented Eddie Kingston. I invented Eddie Kingston, baby.
Okay, so
Invented.
I'm gonna wait till
Invented, baby.
He had a little too much of the bubbly. Anyway. Oh, and Special Snowflake is saying, LMAO, hit me up. We'll go together one day. Ravens Flock Taco Day.
Yeah.
Sure. Fuck it. Why not?
All right, so the story behind this is that, yes, Blood and Guts is over with, but Eddie Kingston is not finished with Chris Jericho. Eddie Kingston has challenged Chris Jericho to a barbed wire everywhere match with the Jericho Appreciation Society suspended over the ring in a shark cage for next week's for Fyter Fest Night 2.
Wait, the whole fucking Joss in a fucking shark cage?
Suspended above the ring, yes.
How many fuckers are there in this stupid faction?
There is Chris Jericho, Matt Bernard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, and Ty Conti.
You mean to tell me they're gonna try to cram 6 fucking people into a itty-bitty fucking shark cage? Fuck that! Ty Conti may be able to slip through, but then again, she's a very slippery lady.
I know, she's awesome. So
that's a vagina joke,
So
folks.
you may criticize Jericho all you want, Juancho, but this was actually a very good promo. He actually, first of all, called out Eddie Kingston. First of all, saying that Eddie Kingston is not a liar, but Eddie Kingston is a horrible friend to be around with. There are many people who are associated with Eddie Kingston have suffered in the hands of the Jericho Appreciation Society, where he runs down Ortiz on how he shaved his head. He runs down Ruby Soho on how the team destroyed Ruby Soho's hand with the SUV door, and that was painful. And
I remember that.
yeah, I know. And then I like how he finishes off that part of the segment saying like, wow, that's your Ruby. Keep better track of your girls, Eddie Kingston. Oh.
Really?
Yeah, he went there.
He went there?
He went there.
Like, Ruby's not dating him.
I know.
Okay, he's like fucking like, oh.
He's trying to generate heat. And then he continued on with the promo segment that next week he's bringing back the Painmaker. His Painmaker persona that...
You mean the fucking, like, Alice Cooper wannabe fucking...
Yes.
Makeup?
And
Really?
he's not wrong. The Painmaker of Chris Jericho is undefeated in wrestling.
It's just Chris Jericho and Alice Cooper face paint.
Yeah. The
And
last
Alice
time
Cooper
we
makeup.
saw it was during a GCW death match at last year's Fight for the Fallen against Nick Gage. You know, that spot where he had the pizza cutter and then they advertised a Domino's commercial.
I remember that! Fuck!
We don't
Fuck!
need from Domino's anymore.
It wasn't Domino's fault. Domino's is pissed at them.
I know. I'm talking about Domino's for different reasons. But that being said, he
Yeah.
then concluded this promo segment by basically saying that by the time...
Chella's on the chat. Hello, Chella. How's it going?
Hello, Chella. Thank you
Welcome to
very much
Wrestle
for joining.
Rewind.
He concluded the promo by saying that by the time that he's done with Eddie Kingston, he's going to go back to his drinking, he's going to go back to his smoking, he's going to go back to his bad habits, he's going to go back to his mental health problems and all that stuff. He ran Eddie Kingston down and then finished off saying that, hey, Eddie Kingston, you're not a liar, but by the end of next week, you're going to be a loser. Say what you want about Jericho. He knows how to get serious when the situation calls for it.
He hits below the belt. Ow.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes.
Ooh,
Bro, bringing up Eddie Kingston's mental health problems,
issues.
dude.
Yeah. No. God, dude. Dick move.
Very,
But then
very
again,
dick
Jericho is known for dick moves.
Yeah, he is.
No, that was Joey Ryan. Anyway,
We
don't talk about Joey Ryan anymore.
All
He's a
right,
fucking
let's get
disgusting
to
pedo.
the meh match of the night. And
Wait.
but this was
The
coins. Hang on. This was sort of meh because of how short it was, but it's also coincided with an interesting segment. So into the ring. So appearing at the ring was Christian Cage, the heel of the year right now, with his newly turned evil Luchasaurus, who's now manipulated.
O's now working for Christian Cage as his muscle.
Yeah.
Like you know what he is? This is Tyson Tomko 3.0.
Oh,
This is
God.
his problem solver.
I love that. Thank you.
Luchasaurus is his problem solver. Now, see, if you get Luchasaurus to fucking lose the mask, I bet your ass, dollars to donuts, he would be the biggest monster heel you could ever ask for.
Probably.
Okay, yeah, like if he were to ever stop being a Luchasaurus, this would be the time to do it. But go ahead.
All right, so during the promo segment, Luchasaurus is scheduled to take on Griff Garrison.
Of the Varsity Blondes.
Yep, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. make their return on national TV.
Yay.
But Christian Cage cuts a promo on both of them, basically calling them out for looking exactly like Jungle Boy with the long hair and the tie,
Like the curly long hair and the tights, yeah. But it's worse because of the rundown Christian Cage throws specifically at Brian Pillman Jr. as they go ahead and lay it on him.
So Christian Cage brings up Brian Pillman's late dad, Brian Pillman Sr., who was a prominent figure in WCW and in the WWF during the Attitude Era.
The loose cannon himself, the guy who worked both promotions for maximum money with minimum in-ring work because he's had like a million injuries.
Yeah. He basically said that he does respect Brian Pillman and everything that he's done, and that if he was there, and if he was alive, he would be very disappointed because the only good thing that came out of him,
the last
great thing that came out of him was his son.
Oh. AV's channel's in the chat. You're just in time to hear the fucking sick bird from Christian Cage.
Give us some fire emojis in the chat right
please.
now. This was great.
Yes, fire emojis all over this. This was fucking ratchet, dude. This is fucking nasty. That was a low fucking blow on Christian Cage's part.
That being said,
so
Luchasaurus
Jericho
yeah.
and Christian Cage, these fuckers are like, yeah, I don't like Jericho for being a chode, but at the same time, he can cut a fiery promo, and so can Christian fucking Cage. Jesus jumped up Christ. Let's get some fire emojis for these sick, gross, below-the-belt promos.
So Luchasaurus made quick work of Griff Garrison, hitting him with a choke slam and then hitting him and then locking in the snare trap to force him to tap out. But the fight wasn't over. Or rather, the punishment
there were two choke
wasn't
slams.
over. There was 2 choke slams. Yes, thank you. But the fight wasn't over. Or rather, the punishment wasn't over. Luchasaurus drags Griff Garrison to ringside and then puts him on the table. And then Brian Pillman tries to break it off, but then Luchasaurus headbutts Pillman, knocking him out. He plants Griff Garrison onto the table, grabs Brian Pillman, choke slams Brian Pillman the first time onto Griff Garrison. The table didn't break. So he did it again, and the table broke.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. I think I know what you're doing. Is there an actual, oh, God, there is it? It exists?
It exists, Zay.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, God. Go ahead and play it. Go ahead and play it.
Oh,
my
God.
goodness. This is horrible.
Good grief. Give me a minute. Oh, my Lord, folks.
And the audio's on for them to listen to, right?
Now it is.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Hang on.
I am the table.
I was expecting the rap where the rapper goes, I ain't bring nothing to the table when I'm the table.
Okay, the new one. Give me a freaking.
No, it's cool. Let's stick
sure?
with that one. Let's do that. That's fine.
All right,
But that being said, wow, yeah, no, the match was short, but it was part of something bigger, which is the heel trajectory of Christian Cage and Luchasaurus.
Yeah, and don't worry, V's channel, no one's mad. Like, we know it took a little while to find the damn fire emoji. It's the same with us.
Don't worry about it. But let's get to the not so good segment. You know what? This was another difficult one because there was a lot of interview segments tonight involving. You know what?
I don't have.
Hang on. Let's talk. Don't share it yet, but let's briefly talk about Tony Schiavone.
The man we've affectionately, not really, been referring to here for the longest time as the human microphone stand.
Now, Tony Schiavone, he's had a great career in WCW from the late 1980s till 2001 in its closure, and then he was off the radar for a very long time until he returned to AEW in 2019 as play-by-play commentator along with Excalibur and Jim Ross, and for a while. With Excalibur, Jim Ross. And for a while, he did great. He was great in interviews for the early part of AEW. But then he took a drastic turn in his career. And then his position dropped from the interviewer, from commentator, to just a plain old mic stand.
Yep.
And in every interview, he kept getting interrupted. And it was no different.
He wouldn't even say anything for 5 seconds most of the time. He would just be like, hello, welcome here, I'm here with... And then they shove him aside.
Yes, I've lost count of how many times a Tony Schiavone interview was interrupted by backstage foolishness. And it's just so fucking exhausting. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about any of the segments. I think this GIF will sum it up completely.
Yeah, no, just... What the fuck? From the back when Tony Schiavone had a shred of dignity.
Even Juan sympathizes for him.
I do. As manic as it sounds, I do kind of feel bad for the human mic stand. Tony
Why
Schiavone.
are they booking these interviews to be interrupted? What is the point with these stupid, crazy, hammered down interruptions? I don't understand. And Tony Khan is booking these segments and he's booking these matches. What is the point?
I don't have the energy for his.
Now, not all of his interviews were interrupted. He actually did have solid interviews with some with great stars in AEW. But we would like to have a chance to actually hear him ask questions to people in the mid card at the very least. I would like to hear him ask questions to Anna Jay while she's healing from her match. I would like to hear him ask questions to Jade Cargill instead of being told to cut the shit. I would like Tony Schiavone to actually be allowed to do his job.
Yep. No, that's not happening.
Fuck. That is two things that I'm holding over AEW's head. Number one, the booking of the women's division, and number two, the booking of Tony Schiavone.
Right? For fuck's sake, guys. What the hell? I'm at a fucking loss. I'm at a fucking loss, and I would sympathize with him a little bit more, but I'm not.
I mean, you did for a while.
A while.
For a while. But you know what? Let's wipe the stink out of this, and let's talk about the main event of Fyter Fest Night 1. A triple threat tag team match, player.
Holla, holla, holla.
The team of Swerve in Our Glory. It's going to take a while for me to get used to the name.
That is a little bit wordy, but I guess it works. That would be Swerve Strickland and the Limitless Keith Lee.
Versus Team Taz is Absolute Ricky Starks, the FTW champion, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Juan's favorite gang, the Young Bucks.
Fuck them, and fuck you for even insinuating that I like these two fuckers anymore. No. They even found a fucking flick of Matt Jackson gooking at the fucking camera. Why? Why must he go gookie face? Why? Explain this bullshit. Make it make sense. I challenge you to do so, good sir. And since you can't, I know you fucking rescind that challenge by default. Carlos from the 813. How's it going? Ravens Flock. What's good? Just here supporting. Thank you for supporting.
Thank you very much for supporting. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I need a second to get over this laughter.
Eat a dick and die. Okay,
All
so we
right.
got two dudes who are paired up together because they happen to be former WWE guys. We have two dudes who are part of Team Taz, one of whom is holding a championship that doesn't count and doesn't matter.
Against the executive vice presidents.
Against the fucking idiot executive vice presidents who book themselves to be at the top of the tag team food chain because they don't know how to live otherwise.
All right, so this triple threat tag team match was a banger. These guys stole the show. It was way too many spots, especially with the Young Bucks for me to call, because holy fuck, it's the Young Bucks. They are spot monkeys. So I'll just get to the highlighted, like, cool moments that I liked. Of course, the Young Bucks did their thing. They did their super kick parties because that's their gear. But we also got a cool Big Hoss moment with Keith Lee squaring off against Powerhouse Hobbs. That was cool.
Ooh.
Big men doing big things.
Big men with big muscles and big bodies doing big men things.
Oh, yeah. Hells yeah.
Big mans.
Big man.
Really big man. Big is good.
At one point, the Young Bucks tried to put away Swerve Strickland with the BTE trigger, but only got a 2 count as it was broken up by Ricky Starks. It was a great effort from all the teams, but in the end, Swerve and Our Glory executed their finishing move onto Ricky Starks, pinned him, and got the win. Your winners and new AEW World Tag Team Champions, Swerve in Our Glory.
Holy shit.
The Young Bucks have been dethroned.
Holy
That
shit.
is the shortest tag team reign in AEW history.
Wasn't short enough. There. That's my 2 cents on that one.
Now, before Fyter Fest took place, something very important I do need to note. Keith Lee did put out a very cryptic and concerning tweet on Twitter. And it was and in short, it was addressing one of his friends who was ill. I'm going to pull up the tweet right now because this is actually very important. So give me just a second. Bear with me, folks. All right, here we go. So I'm pulling up an article from Wrestling Inc. This was posted yesterday on July 13th. So yeah, on Tuesday evening, Keith Lee caused a bit of a stir on social media when he posted a tweet referring to some less than stellar news. Now,
would it be okay if I pull it up over here?
yeah, by all means. On Busted Open Radio Wednesday, Tony Khan actually provided some clarity onto that tweet. Keith Lee, he said, and I quote, "Keith is here. He is wrestling tonight. He had a family situation. I don't want to get into it. It's not my place, but Keith is here and here to wrestle, as I understand it. I can't really comment on what's happening, but we're going to support him through what is happening." So it is a family situation. It is a personal matter involving a loved one from Keith Lee who came down.
Where is this tweet from Keith Lee? Oh, is this it?
Yes.
Oh, no, this is from July 9th.
Wait. What's the date on that one?
That's July 9th.
Okay, no, that's not it. But it was posted on Tuesday morning, so it was July 12th.
July 12th. Give me a minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
you have to
give
look
me-
for a tweet from July 12th.
Is this the one?
Let me see here. Got some. Yeah, this is the one.
Okay.
matter
I
the
think if you give me a minute, I think I might be able to update that here so we can actually see it, if that's okay with you.
By all means, but then after the match, Keith Lee, this will happen while the cameras were off the air. Keith Lee then cut a post-match promo addressing the situation, and he was just in tears, and he was also smiling because he won the championship. He did it for his relative, and it was very heartwarming, very nice. I'm glad that Keith Lee won, and all the wrestlers in the wrestling world on social media praised Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland in winning the tag titles.
So, like, that being said, it said here, it belongs to my 2 brothers. That's all I can do until I return. Love you, boys. Aw.
Yeah, I know.
This is a sad.
It is sad.
I do not like this very much at all.
I know. But I'm glad that they won. I'm glad that Keith Lee and Swerve were able to win. Like, they've been wrestling on Rampage for a long time, and this is finally their big break.
So, yay. Okay, cool. So, they've got the gold, and they took it off of the Young Fucks, so I'm happy.
There you go. You see, Juan? I told you you'll be vindicated.
No, it's not vindication. It's just like I no longer have to give myself a miniature heart attack when helping you cover Wrestle Rewind.
Nah, bro, we got a con tomorrow. I need you fresh. I need you 100%.
Fresh, 100%.
I need you functioning on all thrusters.
I live in a society. What fresh? What? There is no fresh, buddy.
Yeah, you're right. Society is stale. Yeah, that's true.
And as K-Storm says, Con Crunch is a thing.
All right, so now let's get to Impact Wrestling. Here we go. The Impact Wrestling opens up with a 6-man tag team match, player.
Holla, holla, holla.
The team of Violent by Design, that is Eric Young, Joe Doring, and Cody Deaner, versus the team of the Motor City Machine Guns, teaming with the Impact World Champion, the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander.
Oh, shit.
All right. So the whole story is that there's a bit of a dissension in the ranks of Violent by Design. Eric Young was very disappointed at Cody Deaner and Joe Doring because they lost to Josh Alexander at Against All Odds. And the way they came down to the ring, first of all, I want to address this, and I don't know if this is a bit of symbolism there, but Cody Deaner and Joe Doring came down to the ring first without their leader, and then came the babyfaces. And just as the bell was about to ring, Eric Young came in late.
What?
Yeah.
What, was he trying to big dog his own teammates on purpose? What the fuck?
It looked like that. It looked like he was trying to big dog his teammates. That being said,
why? Was he like, you guys are nothing without me or some shit?
Yeah, because like I said, there is dissension in the group.
What the fuck?
But that being said, this was still a hell of a 6-man tag match. The Motor City Machine Guns move faster than fucking lightning, especially Chris Sabin. What's up, Juan? You wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was gonna say like, if that's how these boys are going in a 6-man tag match against the fucking Motor City Machine Guns. Like, forget that you've got the Impact World Champion on the other side of the ring. The fucking Motor City Machine Guns are icons in Impact Wrestling. They built the X Division. They built the tag division of Impact. No, you're fucked. Get your head on straight or get the hell out of the building.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This was a great match, great opening match, which lasted over 24 minutes of wrestling. And I'm not counting commercials because I watch commercial free.
Yay!
Of course, at the end of the match, both Joe Doring, the Big Hoss, was taken out. And the match ended with the babyfaces getting the win. And they won in awesome fashion with Josh Alexander locking in the ankle lock on Eric Young. And Alex Shelley locking in the Motor City, I forgot what it was called. I think it was called the Motor City Wrench onto Cody Deaner, and it was basically the Gargano escape and forced them both to tap out.
A double submission, yeah!
Your winners, the Motor City Machine Guns and Josh Alexander.
Holy
Booyah,
shit.
baby.
That's how they started the show? Okay, that's a good start to the show.
Also, this week's Impact Wrestling takes place over in Atlanta, Georgia. Hotlanta, baby. Yeah.
A lot of Atlanta shit.
I know, home of the Atlanta Falcons.
No, I mean, like, isn't Fyter Fest over in Atlanta?
Yes, it is.
So what the fuck is happening in Atlanta that I don't know about? We got some bitches over in Atlanta?
Maybe.
Are they getting bitches in Atlanta?
Funny you should mention that. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So let's talk about the exciting match of the night. And this was freaking awesome. Steve Maclin taking on the former TNA Impact World Champion, the Cowboy James Storm.
I'm noticing that Steve Maclin stole Captain America's uniform design on his jacket. You notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. Though Steve Maclin, a former member of the Forgotten Sons in NXT. Yeah, remember those guys?
Nope.
And he has been, and how do I describe his character? He's basically, he tries to play off as a mercenary. He goes.
Oh yeah, you said that he is like former military, right?
He is a formerly of the United States Marine Corps. That is correct.
Yeah.
And he wears a lot of like mercenary stuff on his ring gear. Like even his knee pads say "bag 'em" and "tag 'em." And then he also wears like war paint to the ring. Like in one of the pay-per-view events in the past, he had Punisher war paint on.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, at least he ain't a cop.
Oh God, no.
No, that makes perfect sense over here with him wanting to evoke, Frank Castle. That's a little bit more okay-ish because he's a heel wrestler and he's like a soldier of fortune in the ring kind of thing. Like that makes a little bit more fitting for a pro wrestler than a fucking cop. Fuck them pigs.
Yeah,
Frank Castle would shoot them all. Anyway,
wait, what about Big Boss Man?
what about the Big Boss Man?
Ouch.
Yeah, he was never that good.
Okay, fair enough. But let's get to the match. This was definitely an exciting match, and it's been a long time since I've seen Jay Storm wrestle. Since the
James Storm. We
James
called him
Storm
Jay.
wrestle at during the years of TNA. Oh man, that's
Do I
how
have
long.
to play the Botchamania music for you, Jose?
No.
Okay.
All right. So there was a lot of cool moments in here. Steve Maclin, you being the opportunist, pulls the rug right under James Storm and gets control of the match. And he even reverses a top rope Frankensteiner from James Storm. First of all, before I continue with the match, I just want to say something really cool. I love his gear when he gets into the ring. James Storm comes in with his code, cowboy hat. He's got a beard and a beer in hand. Give that guy all the props. I love that.
What's he doing holding a beard in his hands?
No, a beer in his hands.
No, but you said
No,
he has a beard and a beer in
He has
hand.
a beard. Okay, he has a beard
got
in
his
his
hands
face
full.
and a beer in his hands.
Okay.
He brings a beer to the ring because, hey, man, he's a cowboy. He likes to drink. He was also part of America's Most Wanted and Beer Money, and drinking beer was his thing.
Fun fact, folks, half of the time these guys are drinking something like O'Doul's, but they take the label off in order to make sure that they can actually wrestle without being drunk stupid.
Oh, you mean like Scott Hall did at War Games
No. Not like Scott Hall at all. At all.
in 1998?
No, he didn't drink O'Doul's. He drank everything else.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You don't know what O'Doul's is, do you? That's
all
the
right.
alcohol-free beer.
I've never. Okay, you're talking to someone who's never heard of it.
Okay, well, I just thought. Well, you've now heard of it, and you now know it exists.
Oh.
We've brought it up to you before. How do you not know of it?
I don't remember that. But,
It's okay. If you don't remember, now you do.
Okay.
We just taught Jose. Everybody throw up a beer mug emoji for Jose's learning of the existence of O'Doul's.
I'm going to need it after this weekend. So anyway,
Are you kidding me? No, you're going to be using it during this weekend, you psychopath.
So James Storm mounts a comeback and hits him with all the spots, including his Frankensteiner from the top rope. And then he tries to go for his signature move, the last call super kick, which is basically the sweet chin music, cowboy style.
What, is he fucking doing a do-si-do before he kicks him in the face?
Oh, God, no. Dumbass.
No, then how is it cowboy style, motherfucker?
Because James Storm is doing it, and when James Storm does it, it's cool.
When is it not cool?
So he tries to hit him with the last call, but as Maclin ducks out of the way, and then he shoves James Storm's face onto the exposed turnbuckle, and Maclin plants James Storm with the underhook double arm DDT to steal a win. Your winner, Steve Maclin. But then after the match, the celebration was cut short. The lights went out, and then the lights went back on. And in the ring was the former Impact World Champion, the Death Machine, Sami Callihan, with the barbed wire baseball bat in hand. But Maclin got the fuck out of the ring as soon as the lights went back on because he saw that coming.
It's like, oh, shit, hell no. Oh, crap.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Sami Callihan has some
He's
revenge.
rocking a fucking barbed wire baseball bat? That shit's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He uses Cactus Jack's pile driver.
Yeah, good point. Fucking, he's
The
ripping off
Cactus
everything.
Driver 97.
It's Cactus Jack. Like, I get it. I love Mick Foley too, but let's call a spade a spade. Like, you're ripping off Mick Foley. Unless you have his explicit blessing, don't be ripping off Mick Foley. He will make you have a nice day.
Yeah, Steve Maclin. Sami Callihan has some revenge against Steve Maclin for costing him.
Wants revenge.
Yeah, wants revenge for Maclin costing him in the Clockwork Orange Hardcore House of Fun match, whatever the fuck you want to.
That weird fucking hardcore match. Just call it a weird hardcore match. There we
Weird
go.
hardcore match that they had.
And Special Snowflake says, it's okay. I know nothing about this if it makes you feel better.
All right. I appreciate that.
Yay, we taught two people about O'Doul's.
Yay. So now let's get to the best segment of the night. And this was straightforward and it was pretty good. Like, it tells me everything I needed to know. It's a backstage segment with the Motor City Machine Guns talking to the executive director of Impact Wrestling, Scott D'Amore. Basically, Chris Sabin, he wants a shot at the Impact World title. So, I guess VBD is at the back burner for now. To which Scott D'Amore has issued a proposal. Next week's main event for Impact Wrestling, the Motor City Machine Guns will fight against each other, and whoever wins gets to challenge Josh Alexander for the Impact World title at their upcoming pay-per-view event, Emergence, which is on Friday, August 13th.
Okay.
In Chicago.
Okay. Like, I won't lie, that is cool. Like, okay, but which of the two wanted the world title shot?
Chris Sabin, the guy who was right in front of...
Chris Sabin did, but not... Shelley.
Alex Shelley, he didn't mention it. Chris Sabin was doing most of the talking.
So Chris Sabin's really the one who wants it more than Alex Shelley does.
Well, yeah, because after
Like,
the
visually.
first match, after the 6-man tag match, there was a moment where Chris Sabin held the Impact World Title. He hesitated to give it back to Josh Alexander.
Ooh, why didn't you mention that earlier?
Because we were talking about old duels.
No, I mean earlier when we were talking about the match.
Oh, because it came late, like Eric Young did.
Okay, that's a bullshit answer, but it was clever, so I'm going to give you that one.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, so Alex Shelley, he's the one doing the duck lips over here on the far left of the image. He's nonplussed about getting a title opportunity, a title shot.
No, on the contrary, he was actually excited after their discussion. He was excited to fight Chris Sabin next week because, hey, they fought each other before, they had great matches in the past, and they'll do it one more time.
And they're bros. They're BFFs.
Hells yeah.
They're like, okay, you know what? Sure.
What do you think this is, the WWE? We don't break up our tag teams. So let's get to the best. So let's get to the man match of the night.
The bad match of the night. You said?
Yeah, it's just meh. It's a squash match.
What's his face? Snowflake is saying the guy in the spiky jacket looks like a high Instagram model. That was fucking Alex Shelley.
Yeah.
Oh, so Alex Shelley looks like an Instagram model.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Holy crap.
All right, let's get to the squash match. I mean, translation, a Masha Slamovich match. So it's a squash. And her next victim,
Tenille
Tenille
really?
Dashwood.
Tenille Dashwood? Really? Come on.
So
why are we squashing Tenille?
So following,
where's the captain?
Hang on, let me get to it. So following Tenille Dashwood,
old. I just made an old people joke.
So following Tenille Dashwood and Giselle Shaw's loss to Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie at Impact against all odds, after the match, Masha Slamovich came down to the ring and gave and basically she marked Tenille Dashwood. She gave her a folder. Inside it was a picture of Tenille Dashwood, and there's blood marked all over the picture. So yeah.
What is this, like a fucking secret KGB fucking top secret tovarishch? Here is your next target. You must eliminate them and make them very quiet.
It's Slamovich's calling card.
It is her
saying that
card.
You're dead.
It is a very much calling card of the Slamovich. Oh, yes.
And this was definitely not a match. She made quick work of Tenille Dashwood, hitting her with heavy strikes before planting her with the snowplow, getting the win.
That hurts. Okay.
Masha Slamovich is still undefeated, and now she has destroyed Giselle Shaw. She has destroyed Alicia Edwards, Havoc, and now Tenille Dashwood.
Oh my God.
Oh,
can they make the fights a little bit more competitive? Just a little? I can understand strapping a rocket on Masha Slamovich, but you can't just have it be squash matches. You have to make the matches look competitive. Otherwise, when they actually need her to go longer in a match, she won't last long and she'll look like shit. You don't want that.
No, you don't. Now let's get to the boring segment of the night. And Juan, you saw this with me. It was a backstage segment of the Impact.
Hi, K-Storm. Thank goodness that the graphic is covering you. I know how camera shy you get sometimes.
So it's an interview segment with the Impact X Division champion, the Speedball, Mike Bailey. So during a match on Before the Impact,
thank you, K-Storm.
Classy. So so as I covered in last
of whose name? What are we who are we talking about? V's channel.
Right now we're talking about the Impact X Division champion, Mike Bailey.
Okay.
Last week I covered.
I think they've got it on a delay. They might be referring to Masha Slamovich.
Okay, well, there's really not much else. There's really nothing I can do about it.
It's okay.
So let me go ahead and continue. So last week, as I covered on this programming, after Mike Bailey's match against Alex Angels, formerly from who just departed from AEW, they shook hands in respect, but they were also attacked by Violent by Design, specifically by Cody Deaner. Mike Bailey addressed Cody Deaner in his promo, and Juan, how would you best describe the promo?
It was a white meat babyface promo with zero emotion, zero energy, zero excitement, and zero fucks given. Okay, there's a babyface promo that you can do, and he did it, but he didn't mean it. he didn't mean what he was saying. Like, I'm gonna take these guys on and I'm gonna defend the X Division Championship, and I'll do it next week. But he did it like so uninterested in what he was saying.
Make no mistake.
Dude, you're the X Division champion. The X Division and the Knockouts are like the two big draws of Impact. Like, you got to fucking represent, brother. You've got to represent how fucking high-paced and exciting and energizing it is to watch X Division matches. Come the fuck on, dude.
Agreed. I mean,
And
make no mistake. Mike Bailey, he's a great technical wrestler.
Excellent one. Holy
but
shit.
man, he needs some promo work. This was not good. This was not a good mic segment. This is not a good backstage segment. But now let's get to the what the fuck segment of the night.
There is a what the fuck segment of the night, folks, and I only caught a glimpse of it, but sadly, Jose, our illustrious host and fearless leader of the Ravens flock, was subjected to the full dose of this shit.
So in this segment, Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie are still looking for Havoc. Havoc has not been seen in Impact Wrestling since she got destroyed by Masha Slamovich. And in this segment, Rosemary, the Demon Assassin, and Taya Valkyrie are going to be traveling to the Undead Realm to find Havoc. So,
What?
Yes. They're going to be traveling to the Undead Realm to find
Saying
Havoc.
it a second time doesn't make it make sense, Jose. The undead realms.
Well, what do you want me to call it? Hell? Because it's not hell.
It's not hell.
No.
They're not dead.
All right. So they teleported to the other world, and man, there was
They're in the woods where they shot fucking. They're in the dark and spooky woods where they shot Twilight.
yeah, in the Twilight Realm. All we're missing is Edward Cullen stalking them from behind on a tree.
He's not their type.
Hang in there, Spider Monkey. God, that was horrible.
Fuck! Oh my god! Is Taya Valkyrie trying to get a phone signal?
Yes, she is. He actually mentioned like, "Oh, I can't get a reception down here." Oh God!
That's because we're in the great beyond. We're in the undead realms, Taya.
So-
Get with the program.
Actually, that's exactly what she said.
Wait, what?
In it,
I just bullshit that out.
not word for word, but in the same way, in the same idea.
Oh my god.
So while they're strolling around the undead realm, Taya Valkyrie saw a flash of light, and then she's transported into a white blank space, which I thought was the construct of the Matrix.
Like the loading program of the Matrix where Morpheus tells Neo that all the humans in the Matrix are a battery.
And
oh my god. And hey, there's Havoc.
Yep. And then Rosemary saw that big flash of light too. She reunited with both of them, and then Taya Valkyrie told him like, "Hey, I found her. Now Rosemary, I want to introduce you to Jessica, not Havoc, Jessica." And the segment ends with the camera zooming into Jessica, smiling like a happy, creepy smile, because she's a different persona. Jessica, not Havoc, Jessica.
Okay, first off, what? And second, no. Okay. Now, I can understand. I can understand wrestlers having more than one persona. The three faces of Foley plus the commish are legendary. You've got different versions of Chris Jericho. There was the Lionheart. There was the Millennium Man. There was Y2J. There was the Code Breaker himself.
He was basically the David Bowie of wrestling.
No.
Changing up his
Let's
persona.
not insult David Bowie. Okay, having multiple personas is one thing, but David Bowie was an artiste.
Don't speak ill of the dead.
Yeah, all right, do not try to shine on, you crazy diamond dog.
Okay, well, the point that I'm trying to get at is that, yes, in Chris Jericho's career, and first of all, thank you for
And
that.
Mick Foley.
And Mick Foley, they both kept themselves fresh by, changing up.
And even Undertaker. Undertaker had like different versions of his character. Sorry, like we said.
Yeah.
Like he was the mortician. He was the minister of darkness. He had the teardrop thingy.
He was the American badass.
Yeah,
for all it's worth.
Big Evil. He was he became the dead man once more. Fucking hell. Now he's just an idiot cop lover. Anyway.
Yeah, well.
No, Mark Calloway is one. The Undertaker is immortal. There we go.
Yeah, that being said, yeah, I don't know. This segment was fucking weird. It was fucking bizarre.
Actually, I just realized something.
What?
No, Bray Wyatt had multiple different versions of him. There was the evil voodoo swamp cult guy, and then there was the Fiend, and there was happy go lucky fucking kids show host version of him.
And there's also barbecued Bryant.
The fucking deep fried Bray Wyatt, and there was the Eater of Worlds when he was paired with Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. But okay, so what? Did Masha Slamovich slam the havoc out of Jessica?
Pretty much.
Is that what happened?
So
Is this what it was supposed? Okay, and on one more.
Go on.
One more, because he's relevant to the main event of tonight from Impact. Luke Gallows, or should we call him Festus? For fuck's sake.
Oh God.
Yeah, okay. I rest my case. I get it. I understand. It's weird, but I get it.
All right, let's go ahead and move on from this what the fuck segment. Let's get to the main event of the night, which I know, Juan, you saw a majority of it. I wasn't able to because I was getting ready. It is an 8-man tag team match, playa.
Holla, 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 holla.
It's gang rules, boys. The team
Gang warfare.
The team of Honor No More, Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Kenny King versus the Bullet Club, Doc Gallows, the Machine Gun Carl Anderson, the Inevitable Ace Austin, and the Ultimate Finesser, Chris Bay.
The Bay, the leader of Bullet Club.
Yep.
Holy shit. Okay, so
Your girl.
this...
Yep, go on.
Sorry, go ahead, Izzy.
Oh, no.
Wait, your
no.
girl who?
Yeah, no, it was another nickname.
No, you
that
said someone, your girl who?
Let me explain.
Okay.
Chris Bay wore gear that said hey, your girlfriend's favorite man.
Ah, dick.
I know.
Oh.
That was pretty cool.
Oh. Okay.
He gave me ideas. I need a shirt like that.
Okay, that's smooth. That is really, really fucking smooth. It's kind of corny, but in the smooth way, if that makes any lick of sense.
Now, that being said, like I said, Juan saw the majority of the match. Juan, what were you able to tell?
Okay, the only part that I was able to focus in on, because I was trying to get the rest of the show set up, was this nice spot between what's his face? Not between Sabin and Chris Bay, not Sabin. What's the fucking guy's name?
Oh, the guy in the white vest?
Yeah,
Matt Taven.
Taven. I got him and Chris Sabin mixed up. Matt Taven. Oh my lord. Okay, so Taven and Chris Bay were in the ring. Chris Bay gets over to the apron. And what's his face? Taven was trying to reach over to grab him, but Chris Bay, using the ropes, does a sort of 619 styled leg sweep under the bottom rope and leg sweeps Taven down and knocks him over. And he's hanging on the side of the apron, and he's pointing straight towards the camera, and he's got like a wink and a smile and the finger gun, hey baby. And Mike Bennett tries to be slick and tries to fucking blindside Chris Bay, but Chris Bay caught him and knocked his ass down.
That was funny.
And of course, Bullet Club. Of course, you got Gallows and Anderson, kicking ass.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course,
Now, getting
textbook Gallows and Anderson being too sweet.
Too sweet. As the fight continued, Honor No More used their number advantage to isolate Chris Bay away from the other tag partners. And as soon as he got the hot tag, first of all, something I want to call attention to, and you saw this one, he tried to get the tag to Carl Anderson with the referee looking. He was playing it side. I'm not stupid. But then the referee said, oh, no, that wasn't a tag. I didn't see it. Nope, go back to your corner. And then the heels took advantage of it. I'm like, but he was right in front of you. The tag was right there.
That was a dirty move.
That was a dirty move. But eventually, Chris Bay did get the tag, and the Good Brothers laid waste to the heels, and so did Ace Austin. There was a lot of cool spots in the match, much too many for me to count. Near the end of the match, the Good Brothers were going to put away Matt Taven with the Magic Killer until with the referee's back turned, Maria Kanellis low blow Doc Gallows right in his Good Brothers, and then. And the distraction was enough for Eddie Edwards to hit his Boston knee party, which is the running knee to the face, and Matt Taven to hit his top rope move to get the win for the heels. Your winners, Honor No More.
Bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
I want you to know, Juancho, that, yeah, I'm not kidding. Eddie Edwards is from Boston, Massachusetts, and his finishing move is the Boston Knee Party.
Fuck Boston!
Especially right now.
Especially right now.
I know those
Fuck Boston.
bastards.
They fucked with my Yankees.
I know, right? Fucking assholes. So that being said, Impact Wrestling was a pretty solid show. Good opening match, great main event. All the other matches in between were awesome. It's good seeing James Storm, the veteran, wrestle again. They also had a great knockouts match between Mickie James and Chelsea Green, where it started with both of them making out. And I know Juan's going to be watching that for a while. Now, AEW Dynamite Fyter Fest Night 1 for the TV special. They serviced the fans really great. Jon Moxley had a great match defending the interim world title. Claudio Castagnoli had a great match against Jake Hager, not to the same level as the world title match, but the fans loved it nonetheless. It was the battle between the real Americans. All it was missing was Zeb Coulter to try to mediate some peace. Yeah, what the fuck? Who am I kidding? He'll let them fight. The main event match was certainly awesome. I loved seeing Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland finally getting their due. Fuck the Young Bucks. And all the promos from Chris Jericho and Christian Cage, man, it was awesome.
That was fucking ratchet, though. I saw the fucking promo of Christian Cage. I keep saying fucking ratchet, but still, like, oh my lord, like, okay, that just shows how Christian and Jericho, for what it's worth,
but
they
please,
are still a cut above when it comes to cutting promos.
But please, for the love of all things that is awesome, enough with the interview interruptions. It's getting tiresome. It's getting boring, and it's getting frustrating.
What the fuck?
Exactly. Thank you for that GIF one.
Oh, thank you for the gift. Shit, you're the one who put it in here.
Yeah, you're right. Now, NXT 2.0, it started off great, but it ended so bad. And and a lot of the matches in between were not good. Solo Sikoa did the best he could out of Von Wagner. I'm sorry. That botch from Indy Hartwell.
It's like trying to squeeze blood out of a stone.
Yeah. The botch with Indy Hartwell, my goodness gracious. I just can't get over it.
That was hard to watch. Good Lord.
And the main event match and the heel turn and the post-match beatdown was also terrible. My goodness.
Painful. It was painful. Like, okay. Number one, I laughed at Jose when we found out about the heel turn. And I basically shouted and pointed like, that's what you get for liking things. That's what you get for wanting nice things in your pro wrestling as a rest in peace Team 2001. Ha! We giveth and we taketh away, motherfucker. I'm Vince McMahon. Fuck you. No, that's pretty much the fucking vibe we got off of that.
But now that we saw the
video, they're literally the women's tag champs. What the fuck are we doing breaking them up like this?
Which brings up another issue. They have devalued the the NXT women's tag team titles even more.
Well, considering that there's talk of them looking to retire the main roster women's tag championships over at WWE, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Why not go? Yeah, you might as well just retire the NXT women's tag titles while you're at it, because it's gone. It's
nope,
gone.
The women can't be tag partners, apparently. They don't know how to cooperate. No, apparently. Nope, not allowed.
But yeah, no, everything was just bad. It was just bad all around. That being said, I do have a couple of announcements before I finish off this programming. Like I said, we will be in attendance for MetroCon 2022 this weekend, Friday, February 15th to the 17th. Friday, July 15th. I am tired. July 15th to the 17th at the Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of shows to enjoy. We're going to be hosting a panel Saturday on July 16th at 5 p.m., and basically, it's going to be a discussion panel. Our topic is basically con life during the pandemic. There's going to be a lot of information, a lot of stories that we're going to be sharing in that panel. So if you're at MetroCon and if you're there Saturday in the afternoon, come check us out.
Yep. For tickets to MetroCon, we know this is literally last minute. We went ahead and put the link up, metroconventions.com. Be sure to check it out. We'll be there all weekend, and we hope to see you there.
That being said, there will not be an edition of Los Amigos Play this weekend as Angel
Obviously.
Because Angel is away on vacation. But Los Amigos Play will be returning next week, and we will resume Devil May Cry 4. Now, and next week's edition on Wrestle Rewind, I will be covering AEW Dynamite's TV special Fyter Fest Night 2, where the main event, at least I'm predictive it, will be Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston in the barbed wire everywhere match with the Joss. suspended above the
Joss
ring
Queen.
in a shark cage.
Snowflake says, I don't have MetroCon money, sadly. That is a very sad Snowflake.
That is very sad.
We are very sad for you. But you will be with us in spirit.
Yes, you will. That being said, there's not much. I don't have any other announcements. I do appreciate everybody tuning in on this week's review. Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do.
Thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he highlights the best and worst of this week's editions of the 3 most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. WWE's NXT 2.0, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Be sure to join in as we live stream live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Remember to hit the subscribe or follow button and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content, and join us on the live chat on every one of our programs so that you can be part of the discussion and part of the fun. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Twitch.tv/TheRavensFlockOnline, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. That was Juan Arouse, and Tony Schiavone deserves better.
What the fuck?